turn this down. So this video was going to be about how I manifested my dream car. So I'm currently riding in a car that I manifested. This has been my dream car. For those that know me, this has been my dream car since I was a teenager. I want to say since around the age of 18, maybe 19, this has been my dream car. So I'm going to talk about the circumstances. So I've always dreamt it in the back of my mind. I've always seen myself driving this car. And just for clarity, I am 40 plus now. So for almost 25 years, maybe, I've wanted this car. So much so that I would journal about it. Even before I had children, I would tell everyone about it. Once I had children, I would tell each of them what my dream car was. Even while I've had other vehicles. But I noticed that what made it real was me actually matching the frequency of what I wanted. So I had to do some work and get rid of all of the gunk, if that makes sense. I had to do some soul searching, some shadow work, and really delve into why I wasn't matching the frequency of what it is that I wanted. Because this is the thing, everything that you want exists. Everything, whether it's good or bad, everything that you think about exists. And once you match that frequency, it's going to show up. So I had to do some work. And when I say work, I mean educating myself on things. And the processes were not the easiest. There were times where I was going through things and I couldn't even understand, like, why me? Why am I going through this? But I had to change my way of thinking and ask myself, why not me? If I'm going through this, it's because I'm built to handle it. And I know how to get through it. I know how to maneuver. I know how to navigate through this thing so that when I come out on the other side of it, there's a lesson that I'm not only teaching myself, but I'll be able to teach others as well. So the way it happened was, so everybody's been talking about quantum jumping, and that's literally what happened. So literally overnight, I went from one existence, one paradigm, and 24 hours later shifting into a totally different paradigm where everything was possible. So let's get to the story time of the day I purchased this car. So I paid someone to help me along my journey in terms of repairing my credit. And I have been apprehensive for years. You know, social media, everybody's a credit repair specialist. Everybody's a guru. And I could quite literally make a living from repairing other people's credit with the things that I've learned. But fast forward, I found someone, and her energy, her frequency was just so pure, so trustworthy. So I decided to bet on myself, and put myself first for a change. And I made an investment, and literally within 4 to 5 days, my circumstances changed I had communicated to the person who repaired my credit, what my goals were. And even after she did, what she did for me, transparent moment, my credit is still not where I want it to be exactly, but I'm working through that. However, my results came in and my score jumped something like 60 points. 60 or 70 points, my score jumped. So the credit union that I'm with, which is where I wanted to do my business and which is where I wanted to get my financing from, I still wasn't sure if I was going to be able to pull the trigger and get approved. So I had been looking at, so one day I just decided to, I was looking at Mercedes. So I found a dealership local to my area. I picked out the vehicle, looking at the specs, everything. This is before I even got the approval through my credit union. But after I got my credit repair, as I said, I went ahead without my credit repair specialist and I pulled the trigger on financing. I put the application in, and lo and behold, I saw the message across the screen. It said, "Congratulations, you've been approved." I lost it. I immediately texted her and I was like, "Oh my God, I've been approved." So she's texting me like, "Who? What?" So I told her I had gotten approved. She wanted to know the amount. She was like, "I could have gotten you approved for more, but that's neither here nor there." So I said I had been looking at this one particular make and model at the Mercedes-Benz dealership. So I scheduled my appointment. And of course, once you inquire about a certain vehicle, they're going to start calling you. So I had made my appointment after my approval, and I knew exactly what vehicle I wanted. So I go up there after my approval check is sent in the mail. So they FedEx my approval check in the mail, and once it gets there, I go straight to the dealership. I test drive the car. It's perfect. However, I didn't want to come out of pocket any additional money. I just wanted to have what I was pre-approved for, pay for everything. So it was communicated to me that I would need to come up with an additional couple grand, which I was not comfortable doing. So my salesperson, Kevin, comes back to me. He's like, "Do you have to drive a Mercedes-Benz? Does it have to be your Mercedes-Benz?" So I'm like, "No." So he's like, "Okay." Once I tell him no, he's like, "Okay." So he comes back after a while, and he said he comes back with some options. And the options were an Audi A6, a BMW X series, like a Ford Explorer, which ironically, I told him, I said, I'm normally a Ford Explorer girl. That's been my truck. That's been my choice of truck. They're reliable. They're low maintenance. But fast forward, as I said, I'm a mom and I'm about to be an empty nester. My children are 23, 19, and 17. My youngest, which is my son, he'll be 18 in December. So there was no need for me to have this big football mom car. So I test drove the Explorer, and oh yeah, there was an Infinity also. So I decided to test drive the Explorer and the BMW. And he gave me the numbers and everything, and lo and behold, the BMW and all of the cars he showed me, they were in my budget, well beneath my budget. So in the back of my mind, I'm going crazy because I cannot believe I'm test driving this BMW. I'm like, I'm trying to contain my excitement because I thought when I went to the dealership that I was going to be leaving there a Mercedes-Benz girl. No. I did all of my paperwork, and lo and behold, I am driving my dream car, a BMW X1. No money down. Power everything, sunroof, moonroof, panoramic, everything. I just want to say that the power of manifestation is real. If I had time, I'd read to you or show you one of my blog entries that I wrote years ago. I've continued to reiterate this manifestation to myself throughout the years, as I said, but I went to the Mercedes-Benz dealership with the goal in mind of driving away in a Mercedes-Benz, and I drove away instead with a BMW, which is the car that I actually have been wanting for years. I am behind the wheel of my BMW. I'm going to turn the camera. It needs to be detailed, but I've been in my car for a little over a month. And I just want to say that the power of manifestation is real. Even if you don't believe in it, whatever you think about, as the saying goes, where the mind goes, energy flows. I just want to say that I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. Yeah, that's all I had to say. I just wanted to come on here and just talk about the power of manifestation. Be blessed.